Hello guys! Welcome to Stampin' the Pink Barn. I am Danny Garola, your Stampin' Up demonstrator. Ooh, that light is horrid. Let me turn that down. Ooh, that adds an awful glare on things. Well, I am trying to switch there we go. I'm trying to get myself brought up on my other device, so then as we're crafting and stuff here, ooh, that light's really making things look bad. Oh well. Hello, Barbara. I'm trying to get myself brought up on my other device here so I can see your guys' comments as they come in, so I can say hi to everybody. And so that's what I was in the middle of doing. We are on episode number 82. Woo-hoo! This is March 14th. We have just a few days before St. Patrick's Day. As you can see, I'm wearing my little, I don't know how well you guys can see it here in frame, but I decided this was going to be, not to say the last time that you guys see me before St. Patrick's Day, because we do have mystery stamping coming up on Wednesday. I hope you guys have all your things cut. I posted them over on the events page. If you scroll down, you can see the mystery stamping for Wednesday. If you click on that and go into discussions, you will see all the dimensions that I have added in there. I will show you what I am using for mystery stamping, and so I can kind of give you an idea. Make sure your stuff is cut out the way you need it. That happens at 6 p.m. Arizona time, which is also Pacific time right now, on Wednesday. What is Wednesday? The 16th. So that is such fun to be had. There's also a prize. So the way that the mystery stamping works is you join me here on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Arizona time, like I said, and we put together a card using the dimensions that I have given you guys over on the events page, or you can also see it on my blog. And once we have made the card together on Wednesday, I go over to our group, which is Pink Barn Stampers group. So if you're not a part of that, go over there and join, and I will let you in. And so once I make the card on Wednesday, I will post a picture over on the group page, and then all you need to do is take a picture of the card that you have created and post it in the comments under my photo of my card. And then come Sunday, which is the 20th, I will do a drawing, just random. It has nothing to do with skill or anything like that. It's just everybody who participates and adds a photo in the group over there will be entered into a drawing for a package of embellishments. So I will, when I flip the camera around, I'll show you what I have going on with that when I show you the papers that I've cut and what I'm going to use. So I gotta put my glasses on so I can see what's going on here, because otherwise there's a huge glare on my glasses. Hello, Peggy. Who else did I see come in? Hi, Mom. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Frida. So yeah, so it is a lot of fun. I love it when you guys join me, and I love seeing the cards that you guys create, because with mystery stamping, the super fun part about it is we're all going to make the same card, but every card is going to be different, because we're all going to choose different papers. And I want you to know that this does not have to be Stampin' Up specific. I know that question comes up a lot, so I don't have too many, Stampin' Up stuff. That's okay. We're here to just make a card, and I don't care what product you use. That's not what it's about. It's about us just joining together. Hello, Rhea. How was you're sitting in Vegas now. I was just going to say, how was your trip? But you're coming home today. I know we missed you yesterday at the in-person stamping class that you normally attend on Sundays. Hopefully you can be at our Thursday class. Oh, it has been quite warm down here. I don't know how warm it is there in Vegas where you're at, Rhea, but it was 78 degrees today. And I know for some of you, you guys are thinking, oh my God, that would be heaven. But it's just too early in the year to be that warm, honestly. I'm not looking forward to summer, let me tell you. Especially here in Tucson, Arizona, where I'm at, it gets like 115, 120 sometimes in the summer. and it is miserable. Let me tell you. What we always say in my family is it is 100 in hell degrees. That's what we say. I'm like, woo, you know what? The way I feel about it is if hell is anything close to that, oh my goodness, I'm going to make sure I'm going to heaven because I don't want to be in that kind of heat. That's all I got to say. You've been freezing since you left. Well, yes, I thought I saw... my phone is set because of when we lived in Oregon, my phone is set to always keep track of the temperature where we were. And it was saying like last night it had freezing rain and all this kind of stuff. And I was going, whoo, geez Louise. I mean, I guess at that point, even though at night it still does get pretty chilly here. Not chilly like East Coast, but it still gets a little cold here in the evening. We like to sit outside by the bonfire that we have. And that kind of heats us up a little bit, and it's still nice to be outside because it's not raining and it's not snowing, so you can still spend time outside. So my husband spent today up at our new house. As I have told you guys, we were going to actually move to my mom's second home that she has on her property. We've kind of, you know, decided to not do that, so we are actually going to be moving to my grandmother's house, which is actually only like 1/4 of a mile away from my mom. So we will still be really close to her. So my husband and the contractor were just there, and they were looking through things to decide what needs to be done to make it move-in ready. I know we do have to have new carpet laid. We have to do new tiling in the kitchen. So me and my husband need to get our butts to like one of the big box stores and find out what kind of flooring we want to do, because that's always fun. And then I've been online a lot looking at bathroom vanities because I want to redo the vanities in the bathrooms. I don't think we're going to be able to do the new shower insert things at the moment. That'll be something we have to upgrade as we go. So yeah, so we've actually been moving stuff already up there and putting it in our sheds and in the downstairs of the house, because it's really crazy that not too many houses here in Arizona have a basement on them underground. Well, the house that we're moving into, that was my grandmother's, and actually it was from what I've been told, it was my great aunt's as well. And Miss Patty, who comes on here, I'm pretty sure Patty actually lived in that house. Miss Patty Rutledge. She is one of our family members, and I'm pretty sure I keep hearing that she lived there because it was her parents who owned the house before my grandparents bought it. So it's been in the family, and so it was really hard when my mom was talking about selling the property when my grandma passed away. It kind of was something that was near and dear to my heart, that I was like, okay, every time I thought of my mom selling the home, it was like, oh my gosh. And I've never, like, it's not like we've had family events there because my grandparents lived in it when we were up in Oregon. So it was just one of those things that it still was my grandparents, and it was my grandparents for quite a few years, that I just didn't want to see it be sold. So as we kind of talked about things and went and looked at it more, we decided that, yep, that's going to be our home. And so we have to get everything taken care of there, you know, to get it ready. So, okay, not that you guys came here to hear about that hoopla poopla, but let's get this camera turned around, and I have some things to go over with you, and then I have some super cute cards. Okay, so hold on, don't get sick. I'm gonna flip you guys around. Ooh, you guys don't want to be staring at my stand. Ooh, what is going on here? Oh my goodness gracious. All right, hold on. I have to move this stand. I screwed it up when I put my camera up. I didn't put my stand correctly. So hold on just a second. I got to rearrange a couple of things here. Ugh. So hopefully you guys can see what's going on here. It might be tilted a little bit, but I messed up. That was my fault. Okay, let me move this so I can see what we're doing. All right. I think that's gonna work because, yep, I done did her on that one. I put my phone in the little carriage thing the wrong way. I should have had it flipped the other way where the camera was sitting over here, like right up, where's it at? On this side instead of this side. And I didn't put my phone in there correctly, but oh well, it's not the end of the world. We will just make this work the way it is, and hopefully you guys can see. Maybe I need to zoom in just a hair, get everything straightened out. Let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. Maybe that'll work. All right. Sorry, you guys. Malfunctions on my behalf. Okay. So we have a new, now I can turn this light towards myself since it's not glaring on me. We have a new paper pumpkin happening right now. This started on March 11th and this will run through April 10th. It is growing through all, oh wait a minute. Growing through life is exciting, but it can also be scary. Let your loved ones know you support them through all of life's chapters with the Change is Beautiful paper pumpkin kit with colorful cards inspired by nature's cycles of change. You can let them know that new beginnings are simply new adventures. So it kind of gives you a hint of, I'm assuming, now nobody knows because this is what we get to look at. And so when we look at the image, we kind of have to assume that it's going to do with kind of metamorphosis, I'm assuming, because it has the butterflies and kind of the cocoon and that kind of stuff. And because of what it kind of says in the description. It says it contains enough supplies to create 9 cards, 3 of 3 designs, and 9 coordinating envelopes. It also says that it's perfect for sharing support and excitement for new chapters like graduation, new careers, retirement, and more. Features colorful designs inspired by nature. This one is going to include the Melon Mambo Classic Stampin' Spot. So if you are not familiar with what Melon Mambo looks like, oh, I'm actually using Melon Mambo today, I believe. Let me see. Where is my Melon Mambo? Oh, there it is. My Post-it note was sitting in front of it. So this is Melon Mambo. What a gorgeous color. It's kind of more, I would say more on a redder side of a pink, but it is a gorgeous pink. But I'm actually going to be showing you a couple of flowers in that color when we get into some of our cards. Here is one of our newest kits that we have right now. This is called the Robot Buddies kit. This is also kind of like a paper pumpkin. So it is a all-in-one kit. You're going to get everything you need to create these 9 cards. So again, you're going to get 3 of each card to create 9 cards along with some matching envelopes. So this is not a subscription. This is something you can go right into the store and you can go ahead and just purchase this the way it is. I will talk about that in a minute. That should have been tucked to the bottom. I still have some adhesive kits available. So adhesive kits come with this cute little bag. It comes with a clear 6-inch ruler. It comes with glue dots, a multi-glue package. It also has your mini dimensionals and a regular dimensional. It has Terran tape. It has a mono sand eraser and a sticky glue eraser as well. Those all come in this little mesh bag, as you see. The reason why I do a clear ruler is when I'm measuring things, I like to be able to see through it to see where my paper ends. And the sand eraser is great if you ever get like a little smudge of ink on something. It could just, you have to put some pressure in it, but you just like kind of sand it off pretty much. And then here is your green glue because it is my favorite, and then a brand new pack of glue dots. So yeah, really cool adhesive kit. This is perfect to take on your crafting swaps. If you ever go to events outside of the home, everything stays in that little bag for you, and it's just a great little traveling tool or traveling kit. So it's $35, and that includes shipping as well and tax. It's all included right there in that kit. So just shoot me an email or message me here on Facebook, and I can let you know all the details and how to pay for it and all that good stuff. Another kit that is going on, or a collection actually, this is called All Together. This goes through May 2nd. This is the one that has the blending pins with it, all these natural tones pins. They are absolutely gorgeous and work perfect on different colored skins, or if you are creating like a deer or a bear or any kind of little creature animal, those colors are great to have. They are in the natural tones. The bundle right now, you can get it together for 10% off, or you can buy the whole collection for one code that you put in, and it gives you everything you see here. Now, I will let you know that if you are interested in this kit, you need to go ahead and order it before May 2nd, because it is going away. So you will no longer be able to get this bundle or the paper. The only thing continuing over into our new catalog, which starts on May 3rd, is going to be the pens. Those are the only things that are going to be carrying over. The other collection that we have going on right now is called Waves of the Ocean. This is with the Waves of Inspiration stamp set and the Waves dies. You guys have probably seen me use this a couple of times because I've kind of showed it off, because this foil paper is to die for, and it is about the only way that you're going to be able to get some silver foil from us. And these gems are amazing. The colors of blue that are in with those are just awesome. They are such a pretty colored blue and greens and your turquoises. So those are an awesome thing to have. Again, you can get the whole collection with just putting in one code. So then you don't have to worry about, oh, did I order that? Did I order that? Did I order that? If you just put this in, you get the whole collection for one price. And then this way you have to split everything up. Besides this, you can get the bundle at the 10% discount. Okay, one thing to know, the only things that are going to be carrying over into the new catalog with this is going to be the bundle. The papers and the gems are not going to be available come May 2nd. So I want you to know that. So if you like this set, or if you bought this and you want to be able to use this stuff coordinating with it, I would go ahead and get a couple more packs of these things as well. Right now we have an amazing, as if those things were not like enough to just throw you over the top, we have a smashing deal going on right now. This is called the Savings Are in Bloom. So have you been kind of eyeballing that little mini machine that we have? If you have been, right now you can get it 20% off through March 31st. So this is typically $60, but right now if you purchase it, you get it to score this little gem for $48, along with all 13 of these bundles that they have also, some of them they've brought back as bundles. Those are also going to be 20% off as well. It'll be your only time to get them for that great of a deal. So I want you to be on the watch for those. Make sure you go through this list. I have sent this in my newsletter. I will also be sending out another newsletter that will have this in it, because I'm going to show you guys all the things when it comes to the new Paper Pumpkin Changes Beautiful. I'll be sending out another email. So you can go through and you can look at this and make sure there's nothing you really need to have on here before you can't score that deal anymore. And then they go back to either being completely separated and you don't even get the bundle discount at the 10%, or it goes back to the 10% discount. So I wanted you guys to know about that so you don't miss out on that. So we just talked about mystery stamping. So let me show you what I have chose to do for my mystery stamping and what I plan on using with it. Okay, let me move this really quick. So I'm going to, for my stamp set, I'm going to be using the Easter Friends, and I'm going to be using this bunny right here. And then I'm going to be using the Easter Blessings stamp set from here for my sentiment piece. Hello, Kay. And then let me show you what I have cut. Now you can see a picture of my pieces that I have picked over on the blog. And I think I actually posted them here on the events page for that mystery stamping as well. But this will be my, part of my card base. This is going to be another part of my card base. So you're going to have two pieces that are going to be the same color. Those are both going to be for your card base. I will show you the scoring and everything on Wednesday night. So you're going to need those two pieces. Then you're going to need some designer series paper. And I am choosing yellow because I thought this comes from the pattern party or party. It is called the Pattern Party Designer Series paper. That is one of our Hostess sets right now in the annual catalog. It has a ton of paper with it in that set. So on that, you can see that one side is a colored and then the other side is in black and white on all of these. So, and it is a huge pack of paper you get with that. So I decided to use that. And then I went ahead and I used the punch called the double oval punch for my sentiment. And I also said that you need to have a sentiment layer. That's so your sentiment can layer up on something. You could do a circle, you can do the little layering dies that we have. You can use anything like that. And then I have my two pieces of white. Now, the one piece is going to be the part that we stamp on, and then the other piece is going to be the inside of our card, just so you know what all those pieces are going to be about. All right? So make sure you guys have your stuff cut. And if you can't make it to the live on Wednesday, just know that you can always come back, watch it, and go ahead and cut all your stuff and make your card. It'll always be over on YouTube after we have done the live. It takes me about an hour or so to upload it. And then, so there'll be a replay over on my blog under the, you'll see this graphic on there, the mystery stamping for March. So make sure you look for that. You can catch the replay there. You can catch the replay on YouTube. You can catch the replay here on Facebook in that event. And that way you have until Sunday the 20th to get your cards submitted so you can be entered in the drawing. These are what I have chosen. And they're kind of, I haven't even opened the darn things, but they're upside down in here. But they are called Heart Epoxy Droplets. We do not sell these anymore, so this is an opportunity to get these super cute clear hearts package of these droplets that will be for the winner of this month's mystery stamping. All right, so let me put those away so I don't lose that stuff. We have the magnet kit still going right now, so you can get a hold of this super cute idea. Now, one of the things that I was thinking is you could do little recipe cards with this. You can make grocery lists with those and then take those out. These come with a little pocket that kind of folds out. You can put little dividers in there and put it like throughout the week. There's a couple different 12 by 12 sheets that you can choose to make your background. It doesn't have to be this gray one. You can do it in whatever, they give you a couple different colors. So when you are ordering, because I know you're going to love the things that you see tonight, so when you go in and do your order, just know I did something really cool for you guys, and that I'm starting with this today's class. I'm going to be giving you guys free, oh, excuse me, free downloadable, it is called a project sheet. So when you guys go over to the blog, now remember that every time I get done doing this, it takes me a couple of hours to get everything up and photos taken and get the video uploaded to YouTube so that I can put it into my blog. But just know there's going to be project sheets in there now. So you're going to see this little square in my blog after each one of the cards that I have made. It's going to be my name on there with a little chicken off to the side because me and my barn stuff. And it's going to say, want to make this? And then when you click on that, it's going to open it up into a PDF file that you guys will have links to every one of the items that I have used, like a shopping list pretty much of everything that I've used for each card. So it'll break each card up separately for you. It's going to give you written instructions on how to make the card, and then it's going to give you the dimensions and the cutting and the scoring of each card as well. So if you want the items out of there, the way that you can do it is you can click on each one of the links in the product list and it'll take you right into your shopping cart and put those things in there for you. If you print those out, you obviously won't be able to, you know, click on it at that point, but you can always save those PDFs so when you come back to it and you like the layout of the card, even if you don't have the specific stamp set that I'm using, you can always use the layout that I'm using and use a different stamp set with it. So it's just kind of something that you can tuck away, put in like a little binder, and always reference back to when you need to. So when you are shopping with me, right now my March host code is this right here. You will find it over on my blog, which is stampinthepinkbarn.blogspot.com. So when you look for this, it's going to be on every one of my blog posts, and it's always posted up at the top right hand column. It'll have that so you can always copy and paste it and just add that right into your cart. And where that goes is once you hit your shopping cart, right here under my name, it's going to say add host code. All you're going to do is copy and paste that. Now, if your order is over $150, do not use this code, because you are now going to become your own host and you're going to get some Stampin' Rewards. I want you to have those. So that's how that works. How do you get to my store? Well, to get to my store, you can simply go to www.dannygarola.stampinup.net. That's how you get into my store. Okay, those are all the things I wanted to talk to you about that, because there was so much going on. And just know right now my mailing selector is open. So a mailing selector means that if you would like a current catalog, or if you have been a current customer of mine within the last, 6 months, then, or to a year, I mean, I don't really judge. I send it out to everybody who is my customers. I send out catalogs through Stampin' Up. It is a lot cheaper and you get them a lot faster than I can order them and get them to me and then have to re-ship them out to you guys. So if you would like one of the current catalog or one of the catalogs that are coming out in May, please reach out to me and let me know so I can get you on my mailing list to make sure you get one of those current catalogs. Okay. What am I rolling over? I'm rolling over papers and stuff here. Let me grab, I just had the paper pack that we're going to be using. I had them all inside of my designer series paper packs, and then I took the darn things out. So, because when I have my parties, or when I have my in-person classes, I take my designer series paper samplers with me, so I didn't have them in there. Okay, so the first card that we are going to do, I am using the Cactus Cuties, and thank you, Miss Rhea, for letting me borrow this. I didn't purchase this. This is, Rhea is one of my team members, and she so graciously let me borrow this from her. It's another cool thing that if you are on my team, we always let each other borrow things because that's just how we roll. Because you can't have everything, right? I mean, you can, but you can't. So that's just one of those things that we like to share, and we like to, sharing is caring. So she let me borrow this Cactus Cuties, and it's perfect here for Tucson, Arizona, by the way. So we're going to be using that. Let me show you what I have going on. So I'm going to be using Just Jade ink, and I'm going to be using Night of Navy ink. I'm bringing in the Hippo and Friends. Now I'm not going to be using the Hippo Happiness stamp. I'm going to be using these framelits, or the dies, because they have some of the coolest dies I've seen yet. Because when I was talking about, like earlier when I was talking about the mystery stamping and how these layer together, this is what I was saying as far as you're having a layering piece behind to add some dimension to your color and to your sentiment piece. So this is what I'm saying is these work perfect for those layering bits. So we are going to actually be using this big one right here. And now I need to actually cut that out. And I didn't even bring my, hold on just a second. Like I said yesterday, I had my in-person class, my stamping class that I do on a Wednesday, and I do a Sunday, or I do a Thursday class and a Sunday class. Well, yesterday was the Sunday class, and I had this still packed in my bag because we had to use it for doing some die cutting and some embossing. So I had to just grab that because I still had it packed. And I need it. Okay, let me grab a little piece of white so we can die cut our little label piece. I can't believe I didn't have a white piece already cut out here. So the reason why I put this mat out here today, as you can see right here, that I want you guys to know that these colors are going to be retiring, because every year we have a color that comes and goes. So we have 5 colors that will be going out, and we'll have 5 colors coming in. So right now, come with the new catalog in May, we're going to have Bumblebee, Magenta Madness, Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, and Cinnamon Cider is going to be retiring. So if you have these stamp pads and you have some of this paper, then you want to make sure that you get your re-inkers so those ink pads will last you with your colors that you want to coordinate with each other. Also, I would tell you to go ahead and grab yourself another pack of the cardstock of these colors as well, so everything can coordinate for you. Okay, so let me get this framelit cut out. So this is that mini machine that I was telling you that is on the 20% off right now. And it is an awesome little machine and very portable that you can just take with you on the go. Or if you're, if you travel, like especially down here in Arizona, we have a lot of snowbirds that travel back east during the summertime, and then they spend their winters here because of our warm weather. So it's one of those things that if you have an RV and you travel back and forth, it's kind of just nice to have that to be able to come back and forth with you. All right, so let me get that out of the way because we got the little framelit that we needed, or die. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm calling these things framelits. That's an old terminology. Okay, so we're gonna need that. And then I am using the Abstract Beauty 4x6. Now this is a new size for Stampin' Up. So just know that this comes like already pre-cut to go right on the front of a card. You might just have to cut it down for the to make it the 5 1/4 or the 5 inch, however you want to do the length. But I have decided to use this piece right here because it has Blushing Bride, and then it has that Just Jade in it, along with some of that beautiful gold foiling. So let me see if I can find it really quick in a full sheet. But this paper is just beautiful with all these colors. Look at the blues in that with the pink. The Just Jade with the Melon Mambo. There's a full sheet of that. Isn't that gorgeous? But this paper is just, so gorgeous. But I decided to use this piece here. Okay, and then I am using this is called the stripes, and these are those mini embossing folders. Now these fit in that mini machine. So this is the Stripes and Splatters 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to be using this one right here. And then we're going to be using iridescent rhinestones because they are amazing. Our card base is 11 inches by 4 1/4. And it has been scored at 5 1/2. And then we're going to fold that and burnish that down. So for the 2 pieces that I am using on the front of my card, I have brought in a piece of that designer series paper, and then I took my piece of Blushing Bride. Those are both, where's my little ruler? I think they're 2 by 4s. 2 by 4 1/2. So then I took my Blushing Bride and I ran it through, and it came out like that. And since it's 3D, you can see that it adds a little bit of deeper texture to it than our regular embossing folders. So those are both 2 by 4 1/2. And then we need to do some stamping on here. So let me grab my little cactus. So I need to use that little one there, and then I need this one right here with these little like diamond, you can see this little pot right here, it looks like it has like little diamonds across it, and we are going to do some stamping on here. Then I need a little strip of Blushing Bride, and this is a 1/2 inch by, I mean, the length doesn't really matter, but I'm going to say 3 1/4 because you're going to be cutting that once you do some stamping. You're going to need a piece of Night of Navy, which I believe is 3/4 of an inch by 4 1/4. And then you're going to need a scrap of, Blushing Bride. I just grabbed this little piece here. You might want something a little bit bigger. Oh, that's not the right color. Because you are going to want, oh, that's not it either. Jeez Louise. Anyways, you're going to want a piece of, just a little scrap piece of Blushing Bride, because we are going to cut out a couple of these little flower bits right here for our cactus. So let me get to stamping this. I need to see a picture of my card because I've already put it on the thing, but now I don't remember how I put the flowers on there. So that's always a complication on my behalf. Okay, there it is. All right. Okay, so what we need to do is have this, and then grab our ink. So I'm going to use the Night of Navy. And I'm going to stamp towards the bottom down here. I'm going to stand up so I can see so you don't get my head in the middle of this. Give it a second to marinate into that paper, and then pull that off. And then we need to use this little strip right here, and we're going to put our sentiment, which I decided to use just a note from this right here. And then we need an inside of our card, which, geez Louise, I didn't cut anything today, my goodness. Okay, so so we're going to need the inside of our card, which is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm just cutting that really quick so I can have it here. Okay. And so in Night of Navy, we're going to stamp just a note on this little strip here. And again, wait for that to kind of marinate into that paper. There we go, perfect. Then we need this, so we can put this away. And I need Just Jade for my cactus. I love this color, Just Jade, and I'm so sad that it is retiring because it is this color right here. And then I'm just going to kind of lay that right above that. See what I'm doing. Hope I didn't stick my head in there. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to zoom you guys in just a skosh so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, and then, like I said, we're going to take our little scrap piece here, and I just take a little piece and then I just slide it across. So see where I'm just lining it up with that flower? Hello, Becca. I am lining it up where it's just touching the flower, and then when I punch that, I get my little flower out of there, and then I can just keep moving it down the strip and punching all those out. So I already have 3 little flowers here, and then what I'm going to do is, here it is now that it's already dried, and then let's take and start putting our card together. I want to take, oh, I wanted to show you guys this because I'm going to come on probably, I'm going to say Thursday, and I am going to show you guys how to make this little adhesive caddy because it works perfect on your desk. So it holds your Tombow glue, it holds your little dot, mini dot adhesive. Your tear and tape fits right in there. And then I have all of my sheets. I even have my black adhesive or my black dimensionals in there. So when you buy a black dimensional pack, it comes with the big ones and the minis. Okay, so I have everything in there, and this just sets, and it's really easy to make, surprisingly. And so I just have this sitting on my desk, so then I don't have to keep reaching into my drawer and grabbing the adhesive that I need, and it's just right here for me. Because I used to have this one, and then I had this one, but it still didn't fit all the things in it. So this way it just made things a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and add the little flowers here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, and that's going to go right there. This one is going to go right here. Oh, you know what? My mom actually got me a pair of these perfect little tweezers, and they work amazing for these little pieces, but I haven't had tweezers in so long that I always forget that I have them, but they work so good. Hello, Debbie. They work so good when it comes to putting little pieces on like this. So this one I'm just going to lay kind of just like right there, like it fell off of this cactus. Okay, there's that. And then what we're going to do for our actual layout of our card, so that's why I was telling you guys, when you print those project sheets out, this card can be made with so many different colors. It doesn't have to just be the colors that I'm using, but it is a great little layout to just always keep on file when you're like, oh my gosh, I just want something different for making a card. well, then you can go and you can look and you're like, oh, okay, well, there's the perfect layout right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this piece right down here. And so you can watch your margins and see, you know, where you want this. Maybe you want to slide it out a little bit more. That's one thing I love about liquid glue, is it gives you a little bit of wiggle room to still be able to move your papers around, versus whether you use like Terran tape or snail or anything that just like comes out of a runner. When you stick your paper down, you're kind of committed at that point, and it's hard to, you know, readjust things. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And then this piece here is going to get popped up on there. And then I'm going to take my Night of Navy and I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap at the bottom, probably like 1/8 of an inch of a gap on the bottom, and put that down. I just loved how these colors came together. I just thought it was so pretty. Now with this little just a note piece, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to slant up that little piece. And then that's going to get laid right across there. But first I want to put dimensionals on the back of this. So this is where my little dimensional caddy back here comes in. Perfect. That my stuff just sits right on my desk. Where is my... There it is, my take your pick tool. This is amazing for picking these little protector sheets off of that. Okay, so I'm going to set this kind of like it would be sitting right on the bottom of that Night of Navy, and I'm just going to place that down just like that. And I know that it's even because of it sitting across this blue. Then I don't have to guess whether or not it's straight, because when you have angles like these pieces are, it kind of tricks your eye to making it look like it's crooked. So that's why when I run a straight strip this way, it does all the work for me. Now I'm going to grab 2 of my little mini dimensionals, and I'm going to stick those on the outside of this piece, because then they're going to catch the outside past this little piece here. And then all I have to do is just put just a hair of glue, not a hair, but a dab of glue so when I place that down, those 2 little mini dimensionals are touching the outside. See how that works? Now we need to have some bling on here, and we also need to, where did I put my, I thought I had my envelope sitting here. Where did I put that darn thing? Oh, for the love of Pete. You guys see it? You guys are probably yelling at me going, it's right there. Well, I might have to grab another envelope because I don't know where I put mine. Well, heck. Maybe it's slid down in between something. I don't know. Okay, so what I want to do on the inside here is I'm going to use this other sentiment that says, hope your day is on point, because how perfect is that? Oops, I got the back of that wet. Hold on just a second. That gives me a little bit of a moment to be able to grab this, another envelope, since mine is MIA. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh well. Okay, so what I wanted to do with this is I'm going to take these same little two cactus pieces here and I'm going to stamp those on the envelope. So I'm going to move my inside piece so I don't make a hot mess of it. Okay, and I'm going to use Night of Navy with that little pot. And then just Jade on my cactus. Oh, perfect. Oops, I missed this little side over here. There we go. And then I need my inside of my card, and I'm going to put hope your day is on point, and I'm going to do that in the Night of Navy. And then I was thinking maybe just adding a couple of these little flowers, these flower stamps. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave it because I think with everything else that's kind of going on, but you know what I do need is I need a little strip of the paper. That's what I need. Okay, so I need a 1/2 inch strip of that. Oh, beautiful. And I need to cut that down to 1/2 inch, so it's 1/2 inch by 4 inch. To go along the bottom of that. That's what I needed to kind of decorate this up a little bit more to make the inside of this card just as pretty as our outside. And again, I'm going to leave about 1/8 inch gap at the bottom. And take that across. All right, now this can be added inside of our card. Just like that. Okay, and then now let's add a few of these iridescent gems. Let's grab a big one and put it right here. Oh, so funny story for you, and I think Frida's on here watching. I think I saw, hello Patty, I was actually just talking about you. I was just saying that I thought maybe I remember hearing that you lived in my grandma's house before my grandparents bought it. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Debbie. Yes. Oh, hello, Danette or Danae. Danny is what you go by. I can't ever call you that because you're Danette to me. Where was I going with that? Oh, so anyways, there we go. There's our little rhinestones. Frida, I'm sure you probably heard of this, being in Oregon. I was reading the other night, it was on my Facebook, since I always watch what goes on around the area that I used to live. Crazy me, not that it matters to me anymore. But anyways, there was an accident on the freeway up on I-10. Oh, Danette would probably know this too. She could probably tell you a little bit more about it. But there was a tractor or a stock trailer pulling cattle, and they got into an accident, and the cattle wound up falling off the side of the freeway, and there was a ravine. Well, all these cows came tumbling off, and sadly not all the cattle survived, but it was just so crazy that they were showing picture of like cattle walking around in the middle of the road. They're like, this is not something you see on a daily basis. I mean, again, like I said, it's sad that some of them didn't make it, but it was just kind of funny that they were showing pictures of the cattle walking around on the freeway, the ones that didn't fall off the side of the drop off. So I just thought, that's kind of crazy that a stock trailer could wind up getting into an accident on the freeway where there's like a ramp off the side. Like, what are the chances of all that happening? All right, so these I'm going to keep out. This is the only one that I'm going to put away because we're going to do actually another card using this Cactus Cuties, because I really wanted to show this set off because it is really cute. And it's just kind of right up my Arizona alley. Okay, so let's move this out of the way because I'm done with that. And there is card number 1. What do you guys think? Yeah, I-5, that's right. I-5 near Wilsonville, that's right. I did read that. Okay, so Patty said my mom did live there. It was on the property just below that. We put the mobile on there. Okay, so yes, so the property that we're moving to actually was 5 acres at one point in time. I think Patty, was it your parents that actually sold an acre off of it? So there is another house up there, and that is where Patty lived, was up in the other house that was on the front side of the property. Or maybe you guys didn't sell it. Maybe that's what you're saying, is that you lived there when it was still part of that property. Yeah, so the guy that lives in that front house, we don't really see him that much because the house is kind of far up off the property. So that's kind of nice that we don't have to see him. All right, card number 2, we are using the same little cactuses because it is so cute. How could you not just keep creating cards with this? And then let's put those away. So this one, we're actually going to be doing a little bit of embossing with it. And our card base is going to be cinnamon cider. Another one of those colors that they're taking away from us. Ugh. It's so perfect with this set. Where did I put my bone? Okay, so we need to fold this in half. This is 8.5 by 4.5. Or, 4.5. Oh my gosh, my brain is gone. 8.5 by 5.5. We're gonna fold it in half, and it's gonna be 4 1/4. Woo! Math is hard, I tell you. Words are hard. Math is hard. My brain is so scattered, I swear. Too many things going on. Trying to move and trying to get things packed, but not pack things that you need is always kind of a rough time. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? All right, so let me get all my bits and pieces out because I don't want to lose any of my little things. All right, here's my envelope. So let's set that aside so I don't lose that one. And then we're going to use this paper. This is called Bloom Where You're Planted. And this has got all this beautiful succulent paper in it. And again, it has a lot of these Just Jade. It's got the cinnamon cider, very green, beautiful paper. It's got some pots in it that you can actually, if you buy the Bloom Where You're Planted set, you can actually die cut some of these little pots out and some of the plants as well. Great paper to have, but I decided to use this brick on this, and look at the other side. Isn't that gorgeous? It's got that evening evergreen, that paper color that I was so stuck on. And then I'm going to use a piece of black as well, and this is 2 by 5 1/4, and those are both the same size, and those are going to actually butt right up to each other. And then I am going to use another little piece of cinnamon cider. Now this is 2 1/2 by 3 3/4, and then our little focal piece, which is what we're going to do our stamping on, is 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. That's going to fit right inside of that. And then you need a little scrap piece of white, and then you need a scrap of, there's that Melon Mambo, and then you need a strip of cinnamon cider, and this is a 1/2 inch by, I just cut 5 1/2. It doesn't matter really length as long as your sentiment will fit on there. And I think I took that sentiment off of what I was using. So let me grab that just a note again, since I took it off of there. And then you're going to need your Versamark for this because you're going to be doing that embossing. So let's put that. So on this little scrap piece right here, we're going to be using garden green this time along with cinnamon cider. So on this little scrap, I am going to use the cinnamon cider first, and then I'm using this little pot right here, which has these little lines on it. And so I'm stamping the cinnamon cider little pot on my scrap because we're going to be fussy cutting that. And since it's pretty uniform shape, you just cut around the edges of that. You know what I mean? You just cut right around the edge. Okay, but I already have one cut out because I didn't want to take all night long sitting there just fussy cutting. And then we're also going to, why have I been forgetting all the insides of my cards? Goodness gracious. Okay, so I need to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to stamp on the inside of this. What I'm going to do for the inside of this is I'm going to stamp that same little pot on the inside, right over here on the bottom. And then while we're at doing that, I want to do the sentiment in, I think we're going to do the sentiment in the cinnamon cider. So hope your day is on point again. Just because that's so fitting. And then we need the garden green now for our cactus. Oops. So there's the inside of our card. So I'm going to set that aside so I don't like mess it up, because God only knows. And then I'm going to grab my little white piece that is my focal, and I'm going to set my little pot down here so I can kind of see when I go to put my little green, garden green cactus on there, I make sure that I'm lining everything up. So when I put that down, I make sure I have enough area because I want to put some cute little flowers on there, kind of like we did on the other one. But changing the colors up really adds so much to these cards. I mean, it really kind of blows your mind when you see the color differences and then you're like, oh, wow. Changing the colors adds a bit. Okay, so then on this, my little pot is going to get popped up on there. And then I also took a strip of our Melon Mambo, and that's why I said you're just gonna need a scrap. And again, you're gonna come in and you're gonna cut out all these little flowers, and you're gonna cut out 5 of them this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's what you need that little strip for. Okay, and then these are going to get stuck on here. Just like this. This one's going to go up here. And then I need to cut a couple little pieces because I'm going to do some of them popped up. So that's when your little pieces of like dimensionals that you have left over work really great for that. Okay, so that one's gonna go down, and then this one over here. So I'm just gonna cut just a little teeny bit of this off and put it on the bottom of this. That is going to go right here. Okay, and then this one is going to get popped up. Oops, I cut too big of a piece. Hold on. And then this one's going to get popped up right over here. And then this is going to get glued down. Aren't those colors so cool together? That garden green with this Melon Mambo, I just think is so pretty. And then this one I'm going to glue down as well. And this one's going to go right here. And then let's pop this thing up. I think this little piece right here is going to be perfect for that. Okay, isn't that so cute? Oh, I just love it. Okay, that's gonna get glued right onto that little cinnamon cider layer. So where I lived was that 1 acre down. Okay, so you lived on the little front property. Okay. There is still that house there. There's somebody else, I'm not sure who sold that 1 acre property, but yes, somebody else owns that little 1 acre piece. It's not connected to the 4 acres anymore. So, all right, so where am I at? Okay, so let's go ahead and take this piece, and I'm going to take the just a note, but I want to make this these are gonna go there. So I need to make this a 4-inch strip because that's what those two are gonna measure. So I want to cut this down actually so it does matter the size of this, because when we go to stamp this, we want to make sure we get it centered on there. And if that's not cut down, it's kind of hard to guess where the center of a piece that you're going to cut down. So this is what we're going to bring in. And I'm going to need to turn my fan away from me so we don't blow embossing powder all over Timbuktu here. Okay, so set that there. We're going to stamp just a note. In Versamark, and then I'm going to line that up, watching my sides. Okay. Make sure you close your Versamark before you open up your embossing powder. And then this is when these tweezers really come in handy, because then you don't burn yourself when you turn your heat tool on. Okay, so just get that nice and covered with that. Tap off the excess. And then I always keep like a little paintbrush sitting there just in case we have some lingering powder that wants to like hang around. Then I can kind of brush those little hitchhikers off. And then I'm going to go ahead and emboss this. But before I do that, I want to make sure, look, do you see that I made a mess here? That's where you close this and get it out of the way, and then move your stamps and then just brush that off. Because pretty sure we all own vacuum cleaners, so. Okay, so then we're just going to heat this up. And you'll see it start to melt. Kind of just like when you put butter in the microwave and it just melts nicely. Okay. All right, then I'm going to let that sit over there and cool for a minute while we get these pieces glued on here. Get all that extra powder off of there. Do the black one, and like I said, you're gonna bump these right up against each other on the middle here. And then we can go ahead and adhere the inside of this card. And then I forgot to grab, again, a little strip of this, because we need that for, I don't think that's quite 6 inches, but, ooh, maybe it is. Ooh, 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 perfect. Oh, see? Oh, so I'm just going to say that I had this already cut. I just forgot to tell you about it. No, I didn't. It was in my thing, but I was like, oh, shoot, I forgot to decorate my envelope. But hey, I had a piece and it works perfect. Don't you love it when that happens? Okay, So now we need to get this here. It looks like there's goobies on that, but it's not. We're gonna put this piece here, and then this is gonna go right across the bottom here, but I wanna pop this up. So we're gonna need dimensionals. Ooh. And then one more there. And then this one, we're gonna need a couple of 3 on it. Like that. All right, so let's take these off. Let's get that aligned first, because since these still have the backs on them, I can just kind of slide that around and decide where I want to put that. Okay, so I'm going to go just like that. And then this one can go right here, just like that. Okay, and we already put the inside in that, so now what we need to do is we need to make this envelope pretty. So I'm just going to put glue, minus the booger that was attached to the end of my glue. And then we're going to put that right up against that score line that is right there on the flap of our envelope. Give that a good seal. And then we just cut off, ooh, don't tear the envelope. Then we just cut off all this extra business. So a good thing to note is when you go to buy paper, our DSP, and you always think 1 pack is going to be enough. Well, let me tell you, when you buy 1 pack of paper, you kind of tend to be kind of stingy. You know, I have to get this set now. I know, right? Well, and like I said, it is so fitting for us here in Arizona, like cards coming from us with this, like just a little cactus on it, it's just a thing, you know? So, what I was saying is when the paper, if you only buy 1 pack, you tend to kind of hoard it and kind of be stingy with it because it's just so pretty. You just don't want to cut through it. You don't want to use it that much because what if you really need that paper and you get low on it, or you know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have all been there with me. So a good note is to buy 2 packs of the paper, so then you won't have to feel like you have to be stingy with it. And so that's just kind of one of those things that I like to tell people. So you can use your paper and you can decorate your envelopes and make them pretty and not have to worry about using paper. I'm trying to find my little, here they are, these work. I want these little black, oh wait a minute, I have a pack already open. I don't want to use those yet. Because I might need to give those away. Those might need to be a giveaway at some point in time. So I already have some that are opened. I've just used all of whatever color. Oh, it was the gray. So I've used all the gray off there. So that's why I bought another pack. That's right. Okay, so I want to do, I'm going to do this little black dot here, a black dot there, and then I think we need a little one right. Okay. You guys know how I'm always like, you need to have them in 3s, right? You always hear me preaching that. Well, today I'm only going to do 2 because if I put a 3rd one on there, I think it might just look out of place and look like I just tried to make it go. I mean, because like, look, if I put that there, doesn't it just look kind of out of place? So I'm going to go against my own saying, do as I say, not as I do, right? Or actually, you know what? Maybe we can put it right there. That doesn't look so bad. But I can't get the little googly spot to stand her in. Okay, we're going to go that like that, because I think that looks okay at being on the pot. Then it doesn't look so out of place. So I did go with what I always tell you, my own theory that everything looks good in threes. Okay, so there is card number 2. Now let me get this stuff out of the way because we're done using the cactuses. I'm going to go on to a different set that I have not used yet. It has been in there on my shelf, and I just haven't found anything to use it with. So I found somebody had used it in a really cute way, and so I'm going to show you guys, because I'm not very good at doing silhouettes. So that kind of tells you the next set that I'm using. It's called the Amazing Silhouettes set. And again, thank you so much for letting me use this Rhea. Okay, I'll move those out of the way. Okay, and I'll keep all these cards together, so I will bring them back over at the end. So before I get on to card number 3, let's do winners of last week's cards. So cards from Monday, episode number 81's winners are going to be these cards right here. These were those ones that we kind of did that background look with that New Horizon Designer Series paper that is so stinking popular right now. So I did this one here. This is card number 1, and I did it where it opens like this. And it says, "Happy birthday, I made you a card because you're worth it." So cute. This goes to Anna Rebadoo. Not sure if I saw her. Oh, hello, Cheryl. I didn't see you pop in here. I like to try to say hello, Jamie. I like to say hi to everybody who pops in, so you know that I'm... Hello, Kathleen. So you know that I see you come in, and just sometimes I don't look up at the right time and it's already gone by. So that card right there goes to Anna Rebadoo. Okay, and then card number 2, which is this really cool, it's called a bridge fold, but I kind of covered the whole front of it to make it look like it is, I guess you would say it's kind of a silhouette in a way. It's kind of like one of those pop-up cards. So that looks like that, and you can see the water behind it. This goes to Joe Madrid. So the way you get entered into winning cards from that week, from the previous week, is by commenting, liking, or sharing my video. So just to let you guys know that that's how you get entered into winning the cards of the week. All right, this one is a happy birthday card. And again, I opened it this way. I'm really kind of into this whole fold thing because I think it's so cool. It says, "Happy birthday. You're so totally awesome." I did the little pelican in the inside here. Now this is again using that same New Horizon paper, and I used that Waves of the Ocean brand new set that is going on right now with the collection with that foil paper. Oops, my little piece came off over here. I'll have to re-glue that. This goes to Kay Wire. I think I'm saying your name right. I'm not sure. I think I saw you pop in here. I think I said hello to Kay. So I'm not sure, Kay, if I have your address, but I think I do. I think you've won a card before from me. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look. If not, I will reach out to you to get your address. But that is such a gorgeous card. Again, kind of cool for a manly card, I think. I think all of these, besides that first one, I mean, it could even be a man's card too. Don't get me wrong. So there you guys go. So congratulations, all of you winners. And again, like I said, like, so throw that thumbs up, throw the little heart up, and then you who have commented have already been entered into the drawing for the cards that we're making tonight. So all these little cactus cards, and then this next really cool one. And the biggest compliment that you guys can give me is sharing this video so it can be seen by other people here in Facebook land. And you never know who's going to like pop up and come in and join us. Maybe one of your friends will pop in and say hi one of these days, and you might turn them on to crafting and stamping. You never know. Okay, this next card is going to use thick basic white. This is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. So I'm just going to go ahead and varnish that down. So there's our card base. Then we need to use, oops, and I need to get my big machine. Ugh, I thought I could avoid getting it, but nope. I need to do some embossing. And then I'm using a piece of polished pink. This is one of our new in colors for this year. Now this goes until 2023, this color does. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So it's just 1/8 of an inch smaller than our card base. And what we're going to do with this is I'm going to bring out the Mumbo Jumbo guy here because we need to do some embossing on that pink piece. So I'm going to grab, it's called Pretty Flowers, this embossing folder, and wait till you see what it does. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to lay that inside of there, and let me grab my plates. So since this is not a 3D embossing folder, you need to have your big plate here, which is plate number 1, and then you need 2 plate number 3s, and you're going to stick that right in between there and then run that through. Oops. Let me move this so I'm not hitting. I know I'm shaking you guys around. I'm sorry. I'll try to go slow so I don't make you guys sick. Okay, so watch. Look how pretty this is. Oh, isn't that so gorgeous? Look at that. Those flowers are just to die for. So that is called Pretty Flowers. Now that is going to layer right on the front of our card, like that. And then we are going to use, get out these pieces here. Here's my envelope. And then, okay, so what else I need to do with my envelope is I am going to take this, now before I put my machine away over here, I'm going to shake you guys just one more time. Hopefully you guys don't get shaken baby syndrome from me shaking y'all around. I'm going to use my embossing folder again to do a really cool matching envelope, but this time I'm going to line my score line up with the side of my envelope. Now this is something I always teach my stampers when we have our in-person class, to do just something a little bit of extra to make some embossing and to make your envelope pretty without having to use, you know, extra paper or anything like that. You can do it with an embossing folder to match your card. Okay, so see see what that does on the back of your envelope? So when this is closed, you'll still be able to lick them and stick them. But when that's closed, look how pretty that is when your card comes in the mail. Just gorgeous. Okay, then what we need is we're going to be using some of the Heart and Home doilies. These come in 3 different colors in this package. It comes in Cinnamon Cider, which is this color here. It comes in Misty Moonlight, which is this color here. And then in Basic Gray. We're actually using the one in Basic Gray. And what we're going to do with that, here's our card base and our layer, is we are going to put this doily inside of our paper trimmer and kind of line up the 2 sides, like just find 2 bumps that are looking even with each other, and then run and cut that down to cut that right in half, just like that. So you have 2 equal parts here. Then we're going to need a piece of Basic Gray, which is 2 3/8 by 5 1/8. And then our little white piece that we're going to do stamping on is 2 1/4 by 5. So that's only going to have an 1/8 of an inch like margin around it. So we're going to need that. And then the stamp that we are using is called Amazing Silhouettes, and we're going to use this big tree piece right here. Now this is a stamp set that I got free during, well, everybody who attended the on stage got this stamp set free as one of our gifts in our swag bag, I guess you would call it. So I'm going to use the polished pink so it matches our paper. And then I also need a piece of the open weave. This is in polished pink as well. That's going to go on. I probably cut that. I actually have a organizer thing that has this bar across it, so I've hung up all of my in colors on it, and now I can't even show you the darn package because it's already connected and screwed into that little thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this little fuzz out of here first, and then clean my tweezers off so I don't touch anything and get pink all over it. So then I want to ink up this silhouetted tree so you can see the inside of the tree doesn't have any ink on it. It's the outside that carries the ink on this. And so I'm going to place this right towards the bottom, watching the sides to make sure I get this tree on here perfectly. And if I don't, I always have 2 sides to my paper, right? So I can flip it over if I really slaughter this. Giving it a few minutes to marinate into that paper so it grabs all that beautiful ink off of there. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so I think I'm going to try it one more time just because I think it didn't come out straight. So I'm going to line this up here, and it's very hard to hold this. So maybe Stamparatus might be the way to go with this ink, or with this stamp set, because it's so big. Oh, that worked. That's much better. Okay. So that came out with our tree being a little bit straighter than that other one. That other one was pretty crooked. So look, so you get a butterfly, and then you get like this sprig piece here, and then the tree with this set. So since there is no sentiments with that, I decided to bring in the happy thoughts, and I'm going to put the thinking of you on here. And I'm going to be doing that in Memento Black. I mean, I could probably do it in gray, but I just don't think it's going to stand out as much as I need it to. So I contemplated, and I just think I'm going to do Memento. And I'm going to do this right across the bottom here. Oh, that turned out gorgeous. Oh, I love it. Yes. Glad I did the black. Okay, so now, again, like I said, when you get those PDFs, very simple, but kind of an elegant way of just putting some paper together and making a really quick card, but it's beautiful. All right. So then what we want to do is get this glued on. So it's gonna look like I'm putting a lot of glue on here, which, I mean, I kind of am, because you only have so many like raised areas in it because it's been embossed. So you want to make sure this sticks, because you don't want, you know, somebody getting this card and then having the front layer fall off. Like, that wouldn't be cute. Actually turn that around. So making sure I'm applying pressure on all the areas to make sure that anything that has been raised and the lowered pieces are making sure that they're getting a good strong adhesion on that card base. Then I'm going to take these and I'm just going to set them here for the moment and see when I go to put this here, I'm going to have those on both sides. Okay, so that's going to work. So I'm not putting glue up here, I'm only putting glue in this solid area here. And then I'm watching my bottom and my top to make sure I get that kind of even in there. And then I'm watching over here that my doily is not coming off the side of the card, because I want to be able to fit this in an envelope and not have those pieces hang off. Oh, man, I swear, I've never had allergies before, ever in my life. And then all of a sudden, I think I'm getting allergies. Because yesterday, when I got ready and I went down to the VFW when we had our class, man, my eyes were watering like crazy. My nose started getting stuffy, and I've never dealt with anything like that. So I'm like, ugh. I don't think I'm getting sick, because nobody in my family's been sick and I haven't really gone anywhere, so. I've got to chalk it up to it being so dry that I think it is just affecting my eyes and making me feel stuffy. Okay, so that's gonna go like that. So let's pop this up with some dimensionals. Oh. is going to go here. Okay, I got to hold the top so I can see what the heck I'm doing. And then move it over so I make sure I get that kind of straight in there. Oh, you know what I forgot? You know, last week when I showed you guys all the swap cards that I got, well, my own swap card is not in the swap cards because we don't get one of our own back. So I always make sure that I make my own. Well, I totally forgot to show you guys the swap card that I made. So I'm going to try to remember tonight to show you the swap card. I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger. Make this little bow. So there's my bow. Make sure I get that and kind of just twist it and manipulate it the way that I want it to sit. Because you know with bows how everything kind of goes opposite ways. So you just got to kind of work with it and finagle it. Okay. And then take my bow scissors and kind of just give this a snip to shorten it up a little bit. Then I need my glue dots, and of course, look, I know I just showed this to you, but look, your glue will already sit upside down, and then look, your glue dots just fit right here in this little thing, so it's all just right here, so handy. So I will be showing you guys how to make this little caddy for your desk. Thinking I'm going to probably come on Thursday and do that because Wednesday we have mystery stamping. So I think Thursday, not sure what time. I normally always do 6, but I think I might do earlier this time. Do I want this bow going like this? Oh, I think I'm going to put it over there. There we go. Okay, look how cute that is. And that bow adds just enough of a little bit of a pop to that. And then, where did my envelope go? There's my envelope. So there's the back of the envelope that looks so pretty and matches. I think this thing looks crooked. Hold on. Tail. Okay, that's better. That looked really crooked. It was kind of messing with me. So let's put our bow back on here. There we go. All right, so there is our last card. And then thinking of you, so I think in the inside I'm gonna say just wanted to send some happy thoughts your way because we're thinking of it. So let's do that. So on a card like this, you only get kind of one try to get this on there straight. Because of the fact that we don't have a flip side, and if I screw it up, then I really have to like put something different in the inside. Because it happens. Even to us professionals. Oh, okay, that worked. Phew, I was really holding my breath. Okay, so there is our last card with its beautiful matching envelope. And let me grab the other two cards that we made tonight. Oh, let me show you guys my swap card really quick, because again, I'm going to wind up forgetting. Look at this. I told you I was on a whole kick with these bridge fold cards. So this was my card that I made. So like I told you guys that it was all about fun folds this time, this month for our swap. The only difference that I did on mine versus theirs, because I at first thought I liked this bicycle in gold, but I changed it up for all my swap cards and I did it in early espresso, so that dark brown color, and it really made it kind of pop a lot more, because it being in gold kind of just didn't fit with this card. So yeah, wanted to show you guys how cute that turned out. Just love this tulip and the little windmill set, and this little border die is just so cute. So I just wanted to show that to you guys. All right, so here are the other two cards that we made tonight. So again, like, share, comment, and you will be entered into the drawing to win one of these amazing cards. So we have card 1, 2, and 3 that we did tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and now I just turned you on to a new set with this cactus and kind of went outside of your traditional cactus box, I guess you would say. Oops, wrong way. With the colors that I did with this non-traditional one here. This is kind of your more traditional cactus. And then we did this really cute pink kind of cheery thinking of you kind of card for someone that you just need to send them a card. And it just is so pretty with that gray, that pop of gray with that pink. And again, I'm absolutely in love with this embossing folder. It is again called the Pretty Flowers. So don't forget that I am doing my mailing selector through, I need to know if you guys want me to mail you a catalog by the 29th, because I don't want to get caught with, as they say, with your pants down. So I don't wait until the 31st to do mine. I actually do mine on the 30th, just to make sure if something happens and my internet crashes, that it gives me an extra day to get everything in. So thank you guys for joining me in tonight's Monday free stamping class. And I will see you guys on Wednesday for mystery stamping. I hope you guys join me. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to make that card together. Go over to the events, like on my page here. You're watching me through Stamping the Pink Barn. If you just go to my events, you'll see that pink graphic, and it's got the little magnifying glass over the, I think it's called mystery, or on the stamping part or something like that. It has a little magnifying glass on it, so you'll know that that's the one that you need to look at. Go to the discussion. So if you don't see the dimensions pop right up, go over into the discussion part and you'll see it in there, and it's all listed there. Or you can always go over to my blog, since in a couple of hours, probably more like tomorrow morning, when you wake up and you go onto my blog, so you can download these PDFs for these cards, that you will also scroll down a couple of posts and you'll see the mystery stamping in there as well. So all right, you guys, have yourselves a great rest of your week. See you on Wednesday. Bye for now.